We studied principal auxiliary verbs yesterday, and we only studied the characteristics of modals.
So it can be used with a main verb or used with another verb. मतलब main verb is the modal auxiliary verb.
Modals can never be used as man verbs in a sentence. They can only be used as helping verbs, yes. And the characteristics, we studied that modals cannot be used alone. It means they are not man verbs in a sentence. They must be followed by a man verb. And they function only as a helping verb.
Or followed by the base form of verb.
But when it comes to the principal auxiliary verbs, they can have both functions. They can be used as man verbs or auxiliary verbs in a sentence. But modals are always followed by a verb, a man verb in a sentence.
Oh, always followed by the base form of the verb.
Yes, always. No, we can't use the singular form of the verb, the second form, the third form, and the ing form. After modals, the verb, the only form that can be used after modal auxiliary verbs is the base form or the first form of the verb. And there is no specification for the verbs. Whatever it is, it must be in the base form when you want to use it after modals. That's it.
So the principle will connect to be to have to be today we continuous zamano kushpakis varati to do simple ki go or to have today perfect ki ayo zamano se baat ki
Well, actually, we have three simple tenses: past simple, present simple, and future simple. But we use to do verbs only in present simple and past simple. But in future simple, we use will. We do not use to do verbs in future simple. In future simple, we just use will in order to show the future action. And to do verbs are not used. Any other questions? Okay, can and could. I'm not going to write the definition again for every model. Like can is a modal auxiliary verb, could is a modal auxiliary verb. You already know them because we studied them yesterday, that can and could are modal auxiliary verbs. We're just going to use to write the usages of them, that what do we use them for. So first, can. Commonly, we use can and could for ability, possibility, request, and permission. When it comes to past, past ability, present ability, and future ability. Or possibility. In the past, we can use only could because it is already the second form of can. You have to remember this. Could is actually the second form of can, which means that could is used in the past instead of can. So we cannot use the modal auxiliary verb can to show past ability. You can use only could. But when it comes to present ability, or present possibility, then you can use both of them. Can or could. And also in the future, we can use both of them, can and could. And in the past, only could is used. The modal auxiliary verb can't be used. In a positive sentence, we use subject, then could, followed by the base form of verb, and then complement. In the present, we have the same structure, subject plus can, or could, plus base form of the verb, plus complement. And also for future ability or possibility, we use subject, then can or could, followed by the base form of verb, and then complement. It means there is no difference in the structures. I want to use could in the past. Like, I could help you. In the present, or he could give you money. In the future, he can bring your keys, or he could bring your keys. Now the question arises that if we use the same structure for could in all the tenses like past, present, and future, then how can we differentiate it? Right? Because in all the structures we use only the base form, whether it is used for the past ability, present, or future, the structures are the same. Because we can't use the second form after could here, as we studied this in the characteristics. So I could help you is used in the past. Also in the present, I could help you is used instead of can. And in the future, we can also use could. So how can you differentiate whether it is used for the past, present, or future? The structure یو رقم دی فرق نه لري could په past کې یوز کیږي present کې future کې به څنګه موږ فرق کوو چې دا اوس څه لپاره استعمال شو past لپاره present لپاره که future لپاره structure کې فرق نشته او استعمالي کې درې واړو کې past کې مویل شي I could help you present کې مویل شي I could help you future کې هم مویل شي I could help you tomorrow.
So I think the speakers both know about the time. When they are talking about the function they're using, I could help you on that time. They know about the time.
Yes, so you can differentiate them only with the time expression and the complement part. There must be a time expression if you want to use it, or it might be known already, no need for mentioning it. But there must be a time expression and the complement part. For example, I could help you yesterday. ماتا سره پرون راستا کول شو یا ودا وخت په خبرو کې مخ کې تر مخ کې معلوم وي ضرورت به نه دي ذکر کولو نو بحث چې مونږ کله کوو مونږ ته معلومات کیږي چې مونږ د کوم وخت په اړه غږیږو past په اړه present په اړه کې د future په اړه او یا و ټایم ذکر کوو I could help you yesterday he can give you money now and he could give you money now he can bring your keys tonight or at 4 o'clock and he could bring your keys on Friday, right? So there must be a time expression. then we can differentiate them. सिर्फ यो पॉइंट दा शो कि can the past के लिए यूज की गई this initial वाले ची I can drive a car when I was 11 years old. Instead of can, you must use could in the past. Like I could drive a car when I was 11 years old. But when it comes to present or future, then you can use both of them. Your choice. If you want to use can or could, both of them will give the same meaning. In negative, we use only not after the modal auxiliary verb. Subject plus could plus not, best form of the verb, then complement. And a positive interrogative, we bring it to the beginning, then subject, best form of the verb, then complement. And a negative interrogative, we use could at the beginning, then subject, then not, base form of the verb, plus complement. Or you can use couldn't, plus subject, plus verb, plus complement. खुदा structure बने use कवई दासी could plus not, plus subject plus base form of the verb plus complement. درې structure شو د منفي سوالیه لپاره نه یوازې په دې موضوع کې بلکې په هر موضوع کې او په هر ټینس کې ودا بیا موږ وایو چې منفي سوالیه په دوه طریقو سره جوړیږي. منفي سوالیه او مثبت سوالیه کې صرف د ناٹ خبره ده بس نور هغه سوال دی دواړه خبره د ناٹ د استعمال چې د ناٹ کوم ځای کې موږ استعمال کوو نو ناٹ به د سبجیکټ نه وروسته راځي سبجیکټ نه مخکې به نه یوز کوو. فور ایگزامپل could you not help me? Could you not help me? آیا د ما سره مرسته کولی نه شي؟ Or you can also use it before the subject, but it must be used in the short form, in the contracted form. کولی شي دا not د subject نه مخکې استعمال کړي د auxiliary سره یوازې could او can سره نه هر auxiliary verb چې دی که هغه do does دی که did دی is amar دی have او has دی که د نورو کې دی will shall not با د سبجیکټ نه مخکې استعمالوي خو په شرط دی چې بیا به لنډیز استعمالوي بیل بیل نه او که یو نفر داسې وکړي اګزلري استعمال کړي بیا ناٹ استعمال کړي بیا سبجیکټ استعمال کړي دا به صحیح نه او ریزن به څه ریزن به دا چې کله موږ سوال جوړوو نو یوازې اګزلري ورب به د جملې سر ته راوړو نو اګزلري ورب کوډ دی دا د جملې سر ته لاړ د بل لغت د وړلو اجازه نشته داسې نه کېږي چې ناټ هم ویسي اصل کې خو د ناټ ځای سبجیکټ نه وروسته دی که نه منفي جمله کې سبجیکټ پلس کوډ پلس ناټ مثال زه وایم چې I could not drive a car when I was 11 years old. I could not. نو کله چې دا جمله ته سوالیه کې منفي سوالیه به شو نو یوازې کوډ به سر ته راوړې could I not ناټ به په خپل ځای پرېږدي د ناټ د وړلو اجازه نشته خو دلته ولې وړل شوی دی ځکه دلته اوس ته یو لغت په حیث کنسیډر کیږي دا ناٹ اصل کې د کوډ برخه ګرځېدلې ده د کوډ موږ د جملې سره تړو ناټو سره خپل ځای بیل بیل دواړه نشي استعمالولی چې اګزلري استعمال کوي بیا یو ځای سره ناٹ استعمال کوي بیا سبجیکټ که بیل بیل استعمالوي ناٹ به چېرته راځي سبجیکټ نه وروسته که مخکې استعمالوي لنډیز به یوز کوي. In the present, we use subject, then can or could, plus not, plus base form of the verb, plus complement. In a positive interrogative, we ask the question with can or could, then subject, base form of the verb, plus complement. And in a negative interrogative, we use can't or couldn't, plus subject plus verb plus complement, or also you can use the second structure. In the future, again we have the same structures. Can, could plus base form of the verb plus complement. In a positive interrogative, We use can or could at the beginning, then subject, base form of the verb, and then complement. And a negative interrogative, we use can't or couldn't plus subject plus verb plus complement. हम दा जुमले नेगेटिव सवाल ته चेंज की या نو خپل एग्जांपल جوړ کړه دا ولې کې شاوس
سجی موږ کوټ کنه چې پاست ټینس کې ځکه معلومه کړه چې پاست ټینس کې دیواز ټایم ایکسپریشن درته چې ورسره نه
دریوانه سټرکچر کې یو رقم یوز کیږي کوټ پریزنٹ کې پاست کې فیوچر کې ټایم نه معلومو چې دا پاست ته پریزنٹ
چې ته جمله کې ټایم نه وي او سړی پاست والا
معلوم وي خبرو نه به معلومه د څه کڅوک ډایرکټ تاسو مستقیم انت نشو پوهیدل چې دا اوس کوم وخت پاړه غږی یا به د خبرو کې معلوم وي چې موږ د کوم وخت پاړه بحث کوو یا وخت معلوم نه د خبرو نه باید دې کې ذکر شي
او دا سجی او دې فارمل لګري ورته سټرکچر دی او ان فارمل لګري
well actually the short form is used in spoken English because in spoken we try to use the short forms, the contractions and reductions mostly.
This only formal, informal.
Formal, informal or tapade which landis kala razi da informal way. But I think that was be among ne istimal landisuna. Dina mugzan satu. But I think mamul and mung full forms istimal. Which full form istimal mung majbur ho chida istimal ko. Full form ko khwalte be bil likala ne shu makhir subject na. The short forms that is not told informally. तो कमाल अवल न तराखिरा पूरे स्पीकिंग की कोशिश दा की जो खबरें बाद लंडे होसी टीजी नमंग कोशिश को चलंडे जुना डील से आत्व कारो तो दा स्ट्रक्चर स्पोकन की कॉमन दे अवदा चले पर्यटन की दाई फॉर्मल दे दाई इनफॉर्मल दे लंडे शरा है बस तखपला मंग इनफॉर्मल possibility لپاره څنګه استعمالو
او possibility نوام
example وای مثال زم چې he can be at home this time he can be at home this time هغه شاید په دې وخت کې په کور کې وي he can't be at home now هغه شاید اوس په کور کې نه وي دلته بیا can د شاید معنا ورکړي د کولای شي معنا نه ورکړي پښتو کې چې کله مونږ وایو د احتمال لپاره یا possibility لپاره مونږه استعمالو مثال یو نفر تیر شو ته وایي چې he can be a student he can be a student معنا he may be a student هغه شاید یو شاګرد وي نو د مې پر ځای باندې can مونږ استعمالو د possibility لپاره د شاید معنا ورکوي suggestion لپاره څنګه استعمالېږي یا request لپاره request چانا کو چې مطلب ماته یو ګلاس وبراوړه say that can you please bring me a glass of water could you please bring me a glass of water یا د permission لپاره اجازه کله غواړو هم مونږه can or could استعمالولای شو مثال can you bring me a glass of water یا could you please give me some money وعلیکم السلام اجازه لپاره لکه زوایم چې can I use your phone could I use your phone can I sit here could I sit here د اجازه لپاره هم دا موږ استعمالو مشکل پکې نشته whether you want to use it to show ability possibility request or permission you can use them the same